Hey everyone, it's Justin Fraction, and it is hot as heck outside. It's a heat wave, craziness. But what you can do to cool off is stay indoors, listen to Total Pro Sports podcast. There's no podcast. What am I talking about? The Total Pro Sports. But what you can do is stay indoors, under the air conditioning, and watch Total Pro Sports. We have videos every single day, so you never know what you might find. And this video is all about the 2018 NFL offseason, which was crazy, unpredictable, epic, incredible, amazing, the usual. But hold your horses on some of these moves. We saw large amounts of big trades, surprise draft selections, and monumental free agent signings. Oh, and some notable players were released by their teams despite having so much left to give. I'm Jay Fraction, and today we present 10 offseason moves these NFL teams may regret. Kansas City Chiefs trading Marcus Peters. After a disastrous meltdown in the wild card round against the Tennessee Titans, the Chiefs decided it was time to retool. Rebuild? Maybe we mean retool. Superstar cornerback Marcus Peters was dealt to the Los Angeles Rams. All KC got in return were 4th and 2nd round picks. Seriously, like how? Yes, Peters has an attitude problem, but the guy was the heart and soul of the defense. The Chiefs are in no better shape now to win the AFC than they were in 2015 or 16. What a ridiculous trade. New York Giants paying Nate Solder $62 million. Looking to upgrade their offensive line, the New York Giants signed Tom Brady's longtime protector Nate Solder. The amount was a whopping $62 million over 4 years. Now Solder is one of the better left tackles in the league, but $62 million? Dude, he got a mere 75.7 grade from Pro Football Focus in 2017. That placed him in 32nd at the position. The Giants could have spread that money around to sign other quality linemen for cheap, and they could have upgraded their awful secondary. Solder is a good player, but he got paid more than double what he's worth. Arizona Cardinals signing Sam Bradford. With Carson Palmer retiring, the Cardinals needed a quarterback quickly. They opted to pay oft-injured journeyman Sam Bradford in a one-year deal worth $20 million. No offense to Bradford, but why? Arizona moved up to select UCLA quarterback Josh Rosen with the 10th pick. He's probably NFL ready, not to mention Bradford is always hurt and extremely inconsistent. In short, this is Rosen's job. Arizona could very well be paying a guy $20 million to sit on the bench. New England Patriots trading Brandin Cooks. Bill Belichick won the 2017 offseason. After the Patriots won Super Bowl 51, Belichick went all in and traded for New Orleans Saints star wideout Brandin Cooks. He caught 65 passes for 1,082 yards and 7 touchdowns. He was a force in the playoffs as well. But Belichick didn't want to pay Cooks long term, so he got shipped to the Rams along with a 4th round pick in exchange for 1st and 2nd round selections. Bill, Tom Brady is getting older. Rob Gronkowski has contemplated retirement. Julian Edelman only has so many years left. Keep the window open and extend your superstar receiver Brandin Cooks, no? Come on, man. Chicago Bears signing Trey Burton. He'll forever be remembered in Philadelphia as a Super Bowl 52 hero. Trey Burton changed the Eagles' history with his touchdown pass to Nick Foles on the Philly special play. But let's hold on here. Burton threw one iconic pass. Now the Chicago Bears step up and throw $32 million over 4 years at him? Burton only had 63 catches and 629 yards through his first 4 seasons. Those are third-string tight end numbers. But the Bears felt the need to throw giant bucks at him, even though Mitch Trubisky has enough playmakers by his side. The Bears will feel so silly about this signing for a long time. New Orleans Saints drafting Marcus Davenport. The Saints owned one of the NFL's top defenses in 2017 for once. Marshawn Lattimore anchored the secondary. Cameron Jordan took his pass rushing game to another level. This entire defense was nearly flawless. Yet at the 2018 draft, the Saints got way too aggressive. They moved up to the 14th spot via Green Bay by giving up their 2018 and 2019 first-rounders, plus a 5th-round draft pick. Davenport is good, but not worthy of sacrificing another first-round pick. The Saints could have probably nabbed him later in the draft without having to sacrifice so much. Now the pressure is already on Davenport to make an immediate impact. He did cost them 2 first-rounders after all. Oakland Raiders signing Jordy Nelson. Jordy Nelson's excellent 10-year run with the Green Bay Packers came to an end in 2018 when the team opted to cut the quickly aging wideout. Nelson had a down year in 2017 and has clearly lost a few steps and isn't very sharp as a route runner anymore. Yet the Oakland Raiders opted to cut Michael Crabtree and sign Nelson to a 2-year deal worth $15 million. That's a lot of money for a guy who could very well put up number 3 wide receiver totals. Considering they essentially cut a superior wide receiver in Crabtree to afford Nelson, this move has trouble written all over it. Arizona Cardinals cutting TYRANN MATHIEU. MATHIEU is one of the NFL's elite young safeties. He's only in his mid-20s and will continue to be a game changer in the secondary for years to come. So how genius of the Arizona Cardinals to cut MATHIEU in the offseason, simply because he wouldn't take a pay cut. Oh, that's right. They needed to afford Sam Bradford, so they chose him over their elite safety. MATHIEU, by the way, would have helped the Cards a lot in an NFC West that features Jared Goff, Jimmy Garoppolo, and Russell Wilson. But only a team with such bad management like Arizona would release a superstar in his prime like MATHIEU. Seattle Seahawks breaking up the Legion of Boom. The Seahawks defense had a ton of injuries in 2017, which contributed to a non-playoff year. But GM John Schneider panicked and seemed to think the championship window had closed, so he went nuts in the offseason. Franchise star Richard Sherman was released and signed with the rival 49ers. Standout cornerback Jeremy Lane was also released, even though it's hard to replace this kind of production. The Seahawks traded Michael Bennett, whom many regarded as the MVP of that defense. Sheldon Richardson wasn't brought back and ended up signing with Minnesota. Yep, the Seahawks really panicked. There was no reason to let all these guys go. Bennett and Sherman especially had so much left to give. Cleveland Browns taking Baker Mayfield first overall. The Cleveland Browns had so many options with the number 1 pick, but most figured they would take a quarterback. Sam Darnold seemed like the surest prospect in the draft. Saquon Barkley looked pretty good as well. But Cleveland reached hard for Mayfield at number 1. Chances are he's this team's best quarterback of the past 20 years, though that's not saying much. Many scouts question this pick. Mayfield isn't big for a QB, and his skill set isn't on par with the likes of Darnold and Josh Rosen. The Browns have drafted more busts than any other organization in North American sports. Mayfield could very well be the next one. In the comment section down below, let us know, what other NFL offseason moves do you think teams may regret? Also, while you're down there, feel free to like the video if you like the video and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And last but not least, if you have any cool ideas, let us know in the comment section. You never know, we might use one and give you a shout out. Until next time, tune in to Total Pro Sports. Until next time, I almost made it through the whole thing, but you see I messed up, yo. Until next time, tune in to Total Pro Sports for more cool videos every single day.